When I step up, can't hold back, can't show out, just show face, no hype shit. You know that, that's me. Came through, that's old news, that backwood, get chopped, screw, can't pass shit, I don't know you, bitch, freeze me. Hop in the roof, gone, feel like I'm too gone. Scream at the moon, dog. What would you do, dog? If you wanna move, dog. And people you know, they get so jealous, they want that you screwed, dog. You niggas so fake, why don't you face it? Wake out the waves, I wave on a spaceship. I did me for once, and you couldn't take it. Since I can taste it, you know I'm the greatest. Muhammad Ali told me to float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. Spike Lee said, "Hey, chief, fight the power that be. If we don't, how the fuck are we expecting some peace? Y'all niggas got me in Z's. When I step up, can't hold back, can't show out, just show face, no hype shit. You know that, that's me. Came through, that's old news, that backwood, get chopped, screw, can't pass shit, I don't know you, bitch, freeze me. When I step up, can't hold back, can't show out, just show face, no hype shit, you know that, that's me. Came through, that's old news, that backwood, get chopped, screw, can't pass shit, I don't know you, bitch, freeze me. All I ever wanted to do was be a baller, a shot caller, hang with some brothers. Had some bad bitches in the crib that'll swallow. After that, I just take them hoes to get some Starbucks. I can never get addicted cause I'm inconsistent. If you decipher all my words, then that might cause some friction. I had some trouble in my youth, but I won't get specific. And I just wanna save my soul, so I keep my distance. I deal with demons on the daily. Motherfuckers call me crazy, I'm depressed, they call me lazy. Cheer me on, that shit so shady. I found love within myself, I'm the one that fucking raised me. No offense to my parents, but right now I feel amazing. After I graduated high school, I lost my mind almost. Took me 2 years to find out who I really was. When I step up, can't hold back, can't show out, just show face, no hype shit, you know that, that's me. Came through, that's old news, that backwood, get chopped, screw, can't pass shit, I don't know you, bitch, freeze me. When I step up, can't hold back, can't show out, just show face, no hype shit, you know that, that's me. Came through, that's old news, that backwood, get chopped, screw, can't pass shit, I don't know you, bitch, freeze me.
Hey, what's up, my lovies? What's up, Nene, my baby? What's up, Miss Leo? Hey, Shaggy. Don't forget, guys, this good music that y'all hearing is coming from my girl, Chrissy Wayward. She's a young girl trying to, get into the business, trying to get her music heard. If you like her music, go check her out. Her name is right there on the screen. She also has a YouTube channel, Instagram. Uh, I believe her music is on Spotify and all them other things. Go support her. I don't know what happened. I think somebody had to come and tell me, oh, there's no sound. Like nobody didn't say it wasn't no sound. So I had to get off. So when I was getting ready to get back on, I know that nap came, baby. I was out like a light. Now I be trying not to take a nap because I got to get up early in the morning. I take that nap and it messes me up. Right? So we're going to start this show. And I believe this is the latest from TJ and Jaguar. If you like their content, go and check them out. If you don't like their content, go and check them out. That's up to you. Now, here we go. I didn't watch this. I don't know what's going on. I'm catching up. I need to go backwards actually to see what's going on. So I'll see what you guys say. Now let's go.
Where she at? Where she at? Jag in the middle, where she at? In the middle, Jag in the middle, where she at? Now to the left, to the left, to the left. Ooh, we got Triple D protected who versus Beloved. Today my baby did something really awesome. She
she sent me this. She bought me this card today when she went to go run morning errands. And hey y'all, and it says, "Bless you for the little things you do in thoughtful ways. Bless you for the way you've brightened up so many days. Bless you for giving heart as kind as it can be. Bless you in 1,000 ways for truly blessing me." My. Welcome all to the T and J channel here live on YouTube. This is going to be a quick live because see, on the left, to the left, we got that going on. And then on the right side of things, we got this. So people keep trying to keep, the Candace Denise Davis in the conversation. And there I am in the middle. So I want to just play a little something for y'all. And hopefully this will dispel all like confusion.
May be monitored or recorded. Any attempt to connect a third party will result in the immediate termination of your call. Press 1 to accept this call.
Don't forget to hit that like button.
Hey, Spice.
What? I can barely hear you.
I said, what you got going?
I'm about to do a live on Instagram with Jamil Peterson. He's exposing Diddy right now, and he and I are going to have a conversation about all of that because his life is being threatened, and they done tried to kill him. So we got some stuff to talk about. We're finna do it on Instagram.
You say he exposed to who?
Huh?
You say he exposed to who?
Diddy.
Like, he did it?
Yeah. Say what? You breaking up. Yeah, I said P. Diddy. Puff Daddy. Take that.
Oh, I thought you had said Diddy. I thought you said my name.
No, I was talking about Diddy.
Oh, yeah, what happened?
Well, he's about to be indicted, and I got a slew of evidence that should put him in jail for at least 25 years. You know that.
I don't agree with none of that. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
He's a sex trafficker. He's a murderer.
Oh,
He's
Lord.
a child abuser.
Let me fast forward that part.
Doing a live on our channel, and there was a nigga with an AR-15 pointed at my head with a scope in the bush. Have her recording device ready because she's only using you for content. I told you this bitch been making money off you all summer. I hope you got paid.
I thought you was my girl, though.
Listen to me, Didi. The second that you started running around lying on me online, telling people that my pussy stink, that you smell my pussy, like,
Ooh.
Really? Why the fuck would you say some shit like that?
Ooh.
That's okay. Good. I ain't never said no shit like that.
That's funny because I heard it online and it was supposed to have been you. At least that's what Danny Robinson said. And then Monopoly said the same fucking thing. That you said all kinds of crazy shit. That you had to protect me from the other prisoners in jail. And I was scared for my life. And I was flashing you my pussy for oatmeal pies and cigarettes.
Hey,
They don't
shy
even
girl.
sell oatmeal pies on commissary, Didi. Like, how am I supposed to be with somebody that'll lie on me for motherfucking commissary, yo?
Well.
You breaking up. I can't hear nothing you saying.
Well.
I ain't never said no shit like that. You know that?
What do you mean you ain't never? Then how the fuck do they got you recorded saying it?
All I see, I was mad at the time. I ain't gonna fake. A nigga was a little mad. Only thing I said was, he was arguing with her. I just asked me, you know, he was arguing with Hayes.
I know I was arguing, but who the fuck was I afraid of in jail?
I mean, come on, let's keep it. About a lot of cops, they threatening you. You say that shit every day, they threatening you.
Yeah, they were threatening me, but when did I show fear? Who the fuck was I afraid of, Didi? Who the fuck was I afraid of, Didi? You fucking lied to them motherfuckers talking about I was flashing you my pussy so you could protect me. You already fucking know. I ain't afraid of no fucking body, not even you.
Pause. We got 216 people in the room and only 34 likes. If y'all want me to finish this recording, there's a couple minutes left. I need to see those likes go up to at least 90. We gotta get close. Oh, and sweaty blue dress.
Popcorn.
I hope you're fucking choking on whatever dick you've been sucking.
Ooh.
You dumb hoe. Fuck Danny Robinson.
My.
Lying ass bitch. I need to, we at 57. Let's get them likes up.
I am well, shy.
My. Didn't y'all motherfuckers get caught lying? We at 61 likes. I need to get to at least 90
She talking big stuff
before I finish this recording. What the fuck did y'all bitches think? You was gonna put a couple dollars on her book and get you a motherfucking source of information? I own Dee.
Hold on, Miss Leo made me crack up.
I own her.
I know you own her, but hold on, Miss Leo stupid. It's all it takes somebody to get me to have to pause and laugh. Woo. Okay, I'm put back together now. Let's go. I ain't messing with you, Miss Leo. Bye. Oh my God. Ooh.
Fuck y'all think this is? Who the fuck do you think I am? I ain't no motherfucking game.
Hey, sissy.
We at 72 likes. Can we get it to 90?
Hey, Pooh Bear.
My. Just like when we was on AT2 and I told her to call me because we needed to have a real talk. And here it is. Wonder why she called back. We at 77 likes. I need to see at least 90.
Hey, little boss lady.
Hey, sweets. Release the motherfucking cracky, yo. Fuck out of here. See, y'all done waited till the screen went off. I need to see 90.
I'm going to hit you up, Brown Bella. I'll be back. I'll be back next week.
My.
I'm going to hit you up and see if you want to do this thing.
Yes, welcome back to them. Welcome to the circus. We only 6 likes away. So we can finish listening to what's real. Lying ass bitches. Just 4 more likes and 2 more likes. You know, I'm not gonna lie about my quotas. 2 more likes and we can continue. Yeah, Dee quite talkative. All right, we at 90 likes. Here we go.
I'm gonna hit you up now. I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, the fuck you did. You think it's cute?
No.
Did you want to tell people I was banging my head against the wall? Did you tell them why?
I told them why.
No, you fucking didn't. You're a fucking liar. But I'm going to forgive you because I know you did it to get the money on your books. Question is, if you wanted to get out of jail so motherfucking bad, why didn't you have them send that shit to your mama so she could fucking post your bond? Well, then take your ass to church and pray. Maybe you should ask God to forgive you for motherfucking lying on me. Man, look, I already told you, you got my friendship. I support, you coming home, getting back to your mama. But anybody that'll take the fucking time to lie on me for a couple of dollars can't ever be with me.
Well, look, I gotta go home in church.
Go in, go to church. Pray.
I love it.
You don't love me. You love commissary. Shit.
That part.
Fucking jail. That should be fucking with niggas' heads.
So to the left, we got this person who was in my life for quite some time. And I'm glad the screen went black because I went black. I'm blacking out on all that shit. Y'all gonna stop sitting there trying to make it seem like I led somebody on. Y'all gonna stop sitting there trying to pretend like I did something wrong. How the fuck am I supposed to be worried about being with a motherfucking bitch that'll lie on me and make shit up about me for fucking commissary? But then I go to the right. Bless you for babe. Somebody asked a question about how you feel about me taking Didi call. Do you have anything to say about that?
No, we're closing things up. Ending things. It needed to happen. So there's no more calls to take.
Not after the day.
Right.
How long have I been trying to have that conversation with that child?
For 2 months.
For 2 fucking months. And every time she would call, what the fuck would she do? She would play a game. She would make a move because she knew that the second that this conversation was had, that was the end. She drugged that shit out on purpose. So that's how beloved feels. This is how beloved feels. Just know that I love you from the core of my soul. TJ, Teach, Ty, beloved. I don't know. But I look to the right. This looked like love to me. And then I look over here to the blackout. And that looks like a commissary hustle. And Jag in the middle, where she at? In the middle, Jag. Not really. If this was a Pepsi challenge, I think it's clear who the winner is. The woman that took a risk. Not a check. So, can you please put a 1 in the chat if you understand the recording, or put a 2 in the chat if you missed it and I need to play it again. What you talking about, a 99-cent card? You a hater. Hate much.
Actually,
Hey, Coffee. Hey, my people. Yes. I'm getting a little bit more time Saturday. I should be better. Hey, Coffee, I miss you too, my baby. So, you're going to have to, split your time up because I need my coffee back. I need my coffee and my wine and my water back. So, you're going to have to,
Do that Gemini thing and spread yourself around, baby. But I need my baby back. Hey, Uncle Charles, how are you doing? Mwah. Good to see you. The F, the F. Deanna done popped herself in here. Where's she at? What's up, Lady D? What is going on? Love, how are you? I didn't see you done snuck in the bushes. Hey, baby. Now, so I think by by Sunday, yeah, we're gonna be. It should be starting to go back to regular, depending on how tired I am from Saturday. But it's glad to see you guys. Come on back. Like I said, guys, I'm catching up. I should be going backwards so I can catch up, but I'm gonna start from now. And then once my time is more open, then I'm gonna go back and then work my way back up. Oh, you been busy, girl? Mm-hmm.
Controlling it.
Oh, free 99. Free 99. Hey, Bridget.
Yeah, hit that like.
I love that we met during the YT Hunger Games. Like, I really love that we met on a thumbnail before we met. And then I like her.
And even if it wasn't loud, and it's a dark town, we'll put you a card.
Okay, too. All right.
I'm looking
half and half.
I'm good.
So, all right, one more time for the cheat seats with no commentary. Triple D protected who?
Okay.
One more time. She protected that commissary. What? I can barely hear you.
I said, what you got going?
I'm about to do a live on Instagram with Jamil Peterson.
Hold on, my sissy done went to a ball, baby. Go, girl. Go. I hope you had a good time, sissy. That ball was, you're going to give us a little snippet of it. That little old snippet. But it was beautiful. I enjoyed the video. Yes, my main babes. I'm the replay gang. But that ball was nice. You were looking beautiful, sissy. I am so glad you had a good time, living your life, having a good time. And then all them daggone concerts too. But I just wanted to say that you not be forgetting stuff. But girl, work it, girl. Work it. But that ball was nice, and you looked beautiful.
He's exposing Diddy right now, and he and I are going to have a conversation about all of that. Yeah, your girlfriend Danny Robinson and them spoofed my phone number, lied to the police, said that I had my cousin in the house duct taped to a chair with a gun to her head. And the next thing I know, me and TJ was doing a live on our channel, and there was a nigga with an AR-15 pointed at my head with a scope in the bushes in the window. They had about 10 officers. Bitch been making money off you all summer. I hope you got paid.
But I thought she was my girl, though.
Listen to me, Didi. The second that you started running around lying on me online, telling people that my pussy stink, that you smell my pussy, like, really? Why the fuck would you say some shit like that?
That's okay. Cool. I ain't never said no shit like that.
Cool, sissy, cool.
That's funny because I heard it online and it was supposed to have been you. At least that's what Danny Robinson said. And then Monopoly said the same fucking thing. That you said all kinds of crazy shit. That you had to protect me from the other prisoners in jail, and I was scared for my life. and I was flashing you my pussy for oatmeal pies and cigarettes. They don't even sell oatmeal pies on commissary, Dee Dee.
That's what I'm saying. That's what, thank you.
Like, how am I supposed to be with somebody that'll lie on me for motherfucking commissary, yo? You breaking up, I can't hear nothing you saying.
This is what I'm saying. I ain't never said no shit like this. You know that?
What do you mean you ain't never? Then how the fuck do they got you recorded saying it?
Man, all I see, I was mad at the time. I ain't gonna fake it. Nigga was a little mad. Only thing I said was, he was arguing with us. I just asked you, you know, he was arguing with Hayes.
I know I was arguing, but who the fuck was I afraid of in jail?
I mean, come on, let's keep it. A lot of cops saying that they threatening you. You say that shit every day, they threatening you.
Yeah, they were threatening me, but when did I show fear? Who the fuck was I afraid of, Dee Dee? Who the fuck was I afraid of, Dee Dee? You fucking lied to them motherfuckers talking about I was flashing you my pussy so you could protect me. You already fucking know. I ain't afraid of no fucking body, not even you. You want to try to paint me out to be a motherfucking punk?
I ain't doing.
Yeah, the fuck you did. You think it's cute?
No.
Did you want to tell people I was banging my head against the wall? Did you tell them why?
Because I told them why.
No, you fucking didn't. You're a fucking liar. But I'm going to forgive you because I know you did it to get the money on your books. Question is, if you wanted to get out of jail so motherfucking bad, why ain't you had him send that shit to your mama so she could fucking post your bond? Take it and use it for content and put it up online. Didn't I say that? I said, I need to have this conversation with her directly. And she been avoiding it all. And you ain't ready at any moment, at every moment. I didn't know what time Diddy was calling me today. Did not have that shit recorded. Because my devices are always motherfucking ready to go. So you can stop lying, you robot fucking hoe bitch. You want a jail girlfriend? Get your own.
She ain't your girlfriend no more.
No, but I'm saying the only reason she jumped on Diddy is because of me. She ain't online interviewing random motherfucking people. And you know what? I'm glad Diddy lied to you. Because now you get to feel motherfucking stupid for paying all that money for lies. Now I got you cold on defamation. Don't I, babe? I'm sorry, babe. I didn't even know you walked out the room. Do I not got this bitch cold on defamation?
Yeah.
She published all those motherfucking lies. Sat there fucking pretended like she had the gold, the goose that laid the golden jag eggs and all of this motherfucking shit. All for a bunch of motherfucking lies. And you spent all that money on her motherfucking books. Ain't nobody fucking teach you how jail games work, hoe? A motherfucker in jail will say any fucking thing the day before commissary. Your goof ass. Defamation of character lawsuit coming up. And this video is the motherfucking evidence. You fucking lied on me all summer fucking long. You pretended like you had a source that was giving you accurate information. And you lied on me for hours at a time with malicious intent. That's the definition of defamation of character.
They all have it.
You going down, robot. You going down. And yes, that was TJ in the bathroom. I mean, in the background in the recording, playing Hallelujah by Kanye West Sunday Service Choir. I had no idea because I didn't know it could bleed through the walls that much. I heard it. I didn't know. I know, babe. They hate me because I'm great. But I'm going to tell you something, Bossa Nova, which, by the way, is one of my most favorite genres of music. Oh, love your screen name. That tells me everything I need to know about you. Huh, baby?
We haven't talked to her or him. That's when we sung happy birthday to.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Love that name. There's nothing like a bossa nova beat. It just, if you hear bossa nova music playing and you don't dance, you're not even human. Oh, well, you know, my value has always been, it's been for 30 years. But what I will say is, I don't know if it's time to up my value, but it's definitely time to up the ante. It is definitely time to up the ante. And it's time for me to go full jag, you know? But people also keep forgetting I got an open case. I'm out on bond. So everything I do, I have to be very strategic. And sometimes I have to take my time. But I want to thank y'all for just being patient and being there. But it don't matter what none of these lying ass motherfuckers say in these YouTube streets. I am the truth. Always have been, always will be. And when it's time for the receipts, oh, honey, you got to look up bossa nova music. I'm telling you, it's a whole fucking vibe. It's like an ice cold bottle of vodka or a nice bottle of wine, you know, cooking dinner music while you're dancing and chopping up your vegetables for the mirepoix. You know, like, it's wonderful. I'm sick of people hating on me too. But you know what? It comes with the territory. Ain't shit I can do about it. You know, I can't be worried about other people. I can only be worried about myself and my beloved and you know what we got going on. Thank you, Bossa Nova. I appreciate that. So on that note, I said it from the very beginning. This was not going to be a long live. It's only been 30 minutes. Shout out to Sweets Tea. As always, the fact
Now we're gonna get to Miss Genesis. I don't feel good in this accent. Accent. Talking about this accent. What type of accent are you talking about, Miss Coffee? Coffee? What accent? You talking about an accent over there? Now we're gonna see what Miss Genesis have to say. And I would have thought Miss Genesis would have been, you know, out of the picture. Like, why are you still in the picture? Because, you know, they got their little Zulu Nation. They doing videos. They doing stuff, shocking them. They doing some things over there. Why are you still on this? But we're going to see what she got to say. I don't know. But half of the stuff she said, I don't believe neither. Shit. I know my allergies is off the meat rack. Cause the way she talk about Shaka and stuff, like he ain't Shaka. No, she cover up stuff too. She's not believable. Half of the stuff, yeah. But listen, this is the internet. What you gonna get? What you gonna get on the internet? What you gonna get? You gonna get what you get. So let's start with Miss Genesis. And that girl's still there. You know what's so crazy? After all of this like broke down, why you don't hear Angela also known as Legina. Why do anybody hear her talking about her mama, her wannabe mama anymore? Her wannabe mama and her wannabe dada, her mama and dada. Have anybody's been seen checking her like Instagram or whatever? Is she still claiming them, or nobody knows? What's been? I know that she's been down with them and promoting them or whatever, but is she still on her gold of that's her mama and papa, or did she just like leave it alone? Did she get her memories back, her real memories back? Is she still with the fake memories? Like, what's going on with Miss Legina Gold? Oh, y'all don't know? Y'all don't know? Well, I'll be looking into that because I haven't seen anything of her talking. None of that crap she was talking before. So, let me put my little banner out because you know why? It looks good. Copyright disclaimer. Let's go. Like I said, I'm going to be skipping through the video. If you guys would like to see the whole video, go check out the Blue Couch. Go check them out. Now let's go.
And she's a character in herself as far as just what she is. And I'm just curious, even when I was introduced to you by her, what was y'all's introduction? Like, how did that even come about? Was it through Carbonation that brought that together?
I've known Jaguar. Well, basically, I've been, like I said, DJing for a very long time. When I was in the military, I actually was stationed in DC, and I had a residency at a club called State of the Union. And it was around like in 1999, 1998, where I went to a Roots show and I saw the Roots. And at the time I had my residency at that place. And I saw Jaguar along with this group called the Black Lily Collective.
Yes.
And so I saw them, and she was like one of the artists. She wasn't like the headliner. It was Jazzy Fat Nasty was the headliner of that, but she was one of the artists. And when I saw how great of a performer she was, I was like, man, she needs to be, I really wanted to book her, but like I wasn't able to book her without booking the entire Black Lily Showcase. So I brought Black Lily Showcase to the State of the Union in DC.
They recently took down Jaguar's Jay-Z Unplugged. You can't really find it on YouTube. You can find it, but it's going to be like probably up there for a while. But I think Jay-Z somehow has some power to say this does not exist anymore. At first, you could just go watch it,
right?
MTV Unplugged, but you must have called MTV, and I don't know what happened, but you cannot find that on. You cannot find that video. But when people go back, they might think of Jaguar as this person who kind of just goes off and just kind of tells industry secrets or something like that. But no, she was always a dope singer. Yeah. Can you kind of contest to that as far as, seeing a live performance with Jaguar, right? How
she was amazing. She still is amazing as a singer. And she still has it in her to be a great singer. I never wanted to ever take anything like that away from her. And that's one of the reasons why, like, when I reached back out to her, I was really, trying to work with her and be like, hey, whatever I can do, she, at that time when I first talked to her, it was about my daughter's father's documentary. But when I met her back in 1998, her performance was so dynamic. It was like, she would like give these stories, and then she would break it down into a song, and man, it was amazing. And then she was outdoing everybody that she was even, with Black Lily, she was outdoing all those people. Yeah. And they were all talented too. This is like back with I think it's James Poisner and all those like people were really hot, like Erykah Badu and Jill Scott, and all of them were like just signed to Hidden Beach. Erykah Badu, Jill Scott was, and you had Kindred Family Soul, that whole OK Player thing. Yes. So that whole thing, that whole like vibe was just something to behold. It was great to be around during that time to see that.
If you were to make a guess as to why she didn't get the same look as Jill Scott, Erykah Badu, Mary J. Blige, and things like that, what would you say that guess was?
Well, back then I thought it was because she got pregnant. I thought that her pregnancy had gotten in the way. But as time has gone on, I found out other things about like that, some arguments and things and like some like things was going on where like a lot of like
do you believe artists could get blackballed in this industry?
Yes.
That is a real thing.
I believe that she did get blackballed, and that's what I was pretty much told by the people that she got blackballed.
That could be a real
I didn't want to say it. I was like, oh.
We've been in the music industry, and I've actually seen and I've heard the powers that be blackballing artists where someone has a potential, and then the network of people behind the scenes are saying, "Don't give that person." I've seen doors shut in front of people just based on phone calls being made.
A lot of people in Detroit, like you'll see, there's so much talent in Detroit. You wonder why people don't make it that far. It's because sometimes you have a lot of people that might be kind of a little bit wild. You know what I'm saying? And people, when you got millions of dollars on the line, you gotta have people that you can be wild, but you got to be able to dial it down and be able to get business done at some point. It can't be just
can't be wild on it. I mean,
just wilding out.
It's got to be a business too.
You got to be able to, at some point.
That's what they call
dial it down.
Liability and limited liability. People don't want to have liability off of a person.
Right.
You just wilding out.
At the end of the day, it's an investment.
Right.
Yes. At the end of the day, it is an investment. So please hit that like and invest in the channel. Show some love to the channel and let's get these likes up. We can at least if I didn't say take the like away, I said give up the like. I didn't say take it back. Dag it, bring it back up. We need 5 likes. We need 5 of you guys to hit the like. We really need the 4, but one took it back. So give it back. It's an investment in the channel and it's for free. It's for free. It's free. Hey, boss lady, we need 5 likes. That's what I said. When's she going to do her own stuff? I don't know. We need 4 more likes. We need 4 likes. 4 likes. Not trying to be stingy with the likes. Come on, my Bush babies. Come on, my Bush babies. Let's get these likes going. We would like to proceed with the show. And it is an investment. Nobody won't even know you did it. Just hit the like. Well, all righty.
Right. So you said you mentioned getting back with her. I'm curious because we did an interview with Jaguar right before.
Recording on Zoom is so pandemic.
I think at the end of 2019, maybe beginning of 2020, right before COVID, and that interview just went crazy over time. It just went crazy. When did you get back in touch with her? Like, what was y'all span of not speaking with her till, again, like I said.
I had booked her that event. I had tried to bring her back. I wanted to do a live show with her. Well, even after the Black Lily thing, I was trying to keep in touch with her, trying to do a live show with her. But something happened where she wasn't allowed to do that. So then, I kind of lost touch with her. I became a DJ. I started being more traveling as a DJ on my own right, going around the world and traveling as a DJ, going to Africa and different countries on tour. So then, because I had my own DJ tour after that, I put the first female DJ tour together.
Dope, bro.
So I was doing that, and then I ended up from me doing that, this guy that owned a record label asked me to come because I was in DC.
Yeah.
I moved from DC to Detroit because I was in the military. I was in DC, stationed in DC. Did all that stuff in DC, and then based on me doing it, they asked me to come to Detroit to help this label out.
Yeah.
And so I actually was DJing parties, throwing parties, and I ended up running into Type by 10. And then me and him saw her again at an urban organic event that my friend Drake Pfeiffer does. He was the one bringing all the neo soul into Detroit.
Bro, what year was this?
2005 or 6.
Okay. 20 years.
2006.
Okay. While back.
Yeah. But I think before that, no. In 2003, I think I saw her at the African World Fest. And then,
okay, so you're moving around the same.
Yeah, so it's like as time, like I'm seeing her here and there, time going, hey, we reunite, hey, what's up, girl? And then, so I'm like, so when I got with Titus, or by 10, when I got with him, I was like, oh, okay, when we went to go see her, he was happy to see her and everything like that. I was happy to see her. We, it was great, it was cool. So,
and then
like reunited, man, what's up? Remember,
So to fast forward up until, let's say, her, recently, again, I think she was, how I met you. I came to your house and I was able to meet you. I seen she was already over there. Gerald was already, in her life, and y'all were on a level.
Well, no, like so how I ran back into her.
Yeah, go ahead.
We were putting together the documentary, and so I was like, okay, well, I know Jaguar was on tour with him, so I need because Shaka, who was staying at me, because we was doing some business together. He was staying. Him and his family was staying at the time. And he was like encouraging me to put together a documentary for Baten, right? Yes. Because he's passed away, but may he rest in peace. And he's also my child's father, my daughter's father. So he was like, to bring back his legacy, you should do a documentary. I said, well, it'd be good. You already been on Bigo with Jaguar. We should get in touch with Jaguar.
Oh, so that was a Bigo. Shaka was already on Bigo with her.
Yeah, because she and Tokyo Tony had gotten into like the whole Nature Boy thing. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And they were trying to take down Nature Boy. Yeah. And then so I guess that's when they interviewed with Shaka, and then that was the first time that she had met King World.
Okay.
Because King World is like the whole Nature Boy, like take down Nature Boy guy. Like he's dedicated his whole life to taking down Nature Boy. So
with that being said, you already knew Jaguar, just through passing and just through the business, but now it's going to be a more intimate relationship as far as working on this documentary. I'm assuming she was already in Texas. I mean, she already been in Texas, like moving around in Texas and stuff like that, in Dallas, and just on the road. She's a road warrior. She's always moving around. But I'm assuming y'all did y'all first meeting to talk about the documentary, just kind of start building relations from there, music, and just like talking, or what was it?
Yeah, we met at a restaurant and we just caught up. She didn't even knew how Titus had passed away. Wow. She heard about it, but I keep calling him Titus. Everybody knows him as Baten.
Yeah.
How Baten had passed away, and she was excited to actually reunite with and get information, and we talked about a whole lot of things, and in the first it was like kind of weird because she was like, well, I'm being followed.
Yeah. She was always on.
I was like, you're being followed. And so, she's like, yeah, the cartel or some of some kind of cartel was following her, and that they was watching her and this, that, the other. And, if anybody tells you, but it was all cool. Like, but just like what we're going to be doing, just be very careful. If anybody reaches out to you, this, that, the other. So, honey, she was looking around. I started looking around. I was scared.
You were buying it.
I'm going out of the parking lot like, oh shit, what I'm saying? This is
Okay.
This is an adventure here.
Yeah,
I start looking around. I'm starting my car up, looking in the back seat, make sure ain't nobody about to, put the thing on my.
No. That's a level of excitement to that. I don't know, man.
You put it on me.
Right. A little chloroform. Oh, they got me.
Yeah, chloroform.
They got me. So she added that excitement back to life, like, okay,
right, like, oh shit,
we gotta do this business now. Straight Mission Impossible.
Right.
All right. So she put the fear of God in you, and y'all basically.
Man, the story she told me about how we had to back up and pull. Like, I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
It's about to go down. With Jaguar, right?
So you took a liking to her. I'm assuming, as far as just because again. Her storytelling ability is amazing. Her talent and her personality is, through the roof. So
exactly.
She's kind of one of those auras that you kind of gravitate towards no matter what. That's how it was with us in 2019. We just gravitated towards her aura. Now, mind you, with our interview, there was a situation that came out to where she was accusing Common of,
putting his dick in her mouth.
Yeah.
Can I say that?
Putting dick in her mouth while she was asleep. Yes.
Right.
That's the accusation. So
I
yeah,
had a few guys did that to me while trying to. No.
No.
I think doesn't all guys do that? I don't know. I thought all guys try to.
No, I ain't gonna lie. Men probably
all
say,
guys try to put their dick in your mouth.
I'm gonna take advantage of her if, like, I don't know, man. I don't know how it works, but I would say if somebody is saying, "Hey, I've been with this person before," I'm gonna just put my dick in their mouth while they're asleep.
I think it'd be kind of dangerous. Like, what if you wake? What if she bites down? Like, what if she's having a nightmare?
You mean like somebody's wife?
No, I'm saying, like, why would a guy, you put your dick in the mouth in that person's sleep? That's kind of dangerous.
I think they might like the sensation of a good bite. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows?
Like, you wake up. I know. I woke up fighting.
Who knows? So, but we got her on the accusation of that, and that shit went viral. That shit went crazy. So you knew this is a Jaguar that you met though, right? Like she was coming off the roost and all that, and
I was not like as privy. I was not aware of a lot of the stuff that was being said. You know what I'm saying? I saw some of it, like the gossip stuff, but I was not all the way aware.
So you didn't know about the Stormy Monroe. Having Tasha K. All this was going on like after our interview, which we seen, and we're like, oh, were you aware of any of that? Like the surviving Tasha K?
I did see, I was watching her in her car.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I remember. Yes, that's what she was doing.
So I did not see a lot of the Storm Monroe stuff and the Tasha K stuff.
Okay. All right.
I'm not even sure when those things were.
Which is understandable. I mean, hey, you're trying to worry about the documentary, and
I was like in a whole other world. I was traveling, and because I'm a software engineer.
Yes.
So I did a lot of traveling around, like for my job. So I was really
definitely
But Bigo. But the only reason why I knew about her on Bigo was because of Shaka, and I was on his family on Bigo during COVID.
Exactly. That's
how I even was like, oh, Jaguar,
There you go.
So I'm like completely oblivious to what's going on.
Upon meeting her and upon hey, we got to get out of here. People follow me. You got into, I'm assuming, some kind of business with her. I mean, I believe she came to your house. She recorded songs. She was actually like just being there.
She wanted me to be her production manager.
Yeah,
she's like, I'm gonna do a show. I'm like, okay, yeah. I'm like, cool.
Was that the show that we worked on, or just?
It was some show that she was about to be doing coming up. It never happened, the show, but.
She was going live a lot. Was that from your house?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Everybody would see her like in the living room, and she'd be going live. And
yeah, because what happened is that so because of like carbonation, because I had Shaka at my house, that like started a whole thing with King World, because King World is like the carbonation track down.
Yeah, he's
he tracked down, wherever they going. I know where you're at.
He's Carmen Sandy.
He's finding out where they at, and anything going on with him, he knows what's the eyeball. He is the heartbeat of anything with anybody in carbonation. He knows. He's gonna know.
You think he's just infatuated with carbonation, like he wants to be there or something?
I don't know. I think there was there used to be a whole group called the Takedown, the Foot on the Neck Squad, and it was like a whole group of people that all they did was track down Nature Boy. Like everywhere he went, they look at a tree and be like, okay, that tree is a ficus from the Aurelius Greek, they break down, okay, that's only in Dallas, Texas, so he has to be there.
Man.
They be like, oh, that building right there, that's the lobby of the such and such. They would be able to like find out, like he would be in the middle of Costa Rica somewhere, and all he would have in his background would be like trees, and they'd be like, oh, that tree right there, that's the such and such. Somehow they would find out where he was. I don't know how they were doing.
Where in the world is Nature Boy San Diego? Find him.
Yeah.
Gotta find him. Gotta catch him all.
If you actually see, so then they started doing that with other members of Carbonation, like find out where they are in Ohio and wherever they are. Like,
sounds like a good game though. It sounds like a fun game of hide and seek and exploration. If I was bored,
it was the game when they started to dox my address because they found out where I was.
Yeah, man, your address is famous now.
My
Well,
whole,
what? Yeah.
well, my older
Your
dress.
older dress
I
is
said,
famous.
I moved. I'm like, no, I gotta get the hell out of this. What the hell?
Everybody put that thing out.
Dude.
So I have to ask that for
My
Jag,
whole dress just been out there. Like,
I'm telling you. So for Jag, as you know, she's recording live in your house and she's going live in y'all. I guess y'all are doing business. Shaka's there. Tell me, there's a time where things were really popping, like as far as the goals and dreams were being made again.
What's up,
I came over
sis?
your house and
How
and
you
met you and
doing?
stuff, and like to me, that's a time where things are like we're about to start doing some things.
yeah, we're about to do
We start
it.
talking about documentary after that and things like.
Yeah.
So we're getting introduced to you're getting introduced to Jaguar's network. Gerald, he's there too. Goomba,
Yeah, we were sitting next to each other working on it. I'm trying to tell them how to fix the website up to make it. People started contacting me about Philadelphia about, oh, this ain't working. I'm like hitting them up. Oh, okay, well, this is not working. When the site went down momentarily, I'm like, okay, hey, Joe, your site's down. You gotta like that, whatever. So I started like almost being like their tech support for a second.
Right. So I'll say this: Jaguar came in, gave us a great interview, and then next thing you know, she was the numbers start going a little crazy. And I understand when people are on the internet, they kind of watch and see what their numbers do and see what reaction they have. And the Jaguar's always been big on going to the comments and reacting to the comments and things like that. And I see she started creating, just not saying new ideas, but she wanted to create more content. So she saw a situation where she's like, hey, there's a young lady by the name of Legina Gold that we got to get. She told me, Joker, we got to go get her.
That happened after Solar.
Was that after Solar?
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. That was after Solar.
Yeah.
Which is understandable because, again.
Because that whole thing went down and
that
whole Solar thing was crazy because she had just met Solar.
Yes. So tell me this. And yeah, I'm sorry. I don't want to jump to the Legina Gold. We're going to get to that.
Okay,
and thank you for reminding me because, yes, I met Solar at your house. And you told me, hey, you should know this guy. He's in a thing called Carbonation. He was, and look into it. So I looked into it. I said, whoa, we need this story.
Right.
What the hell?
Yeah.
But before we can get that story, Solar is in the house with Goomba and Jaguar and yourself, I'm assuming.
Yeah, they were working on music. That's how they did that Welcome to the Circus.
Welcome to the Circus, what it's going to be called, or what it's called. And did you see the relationship building? Like
they started making that music, and it was like they were really vibing. And then me and Shaka were on our way to Detroit to do some stuff with Slum, to talk about some things like the documentary.
Y'all got to dodge. Y'all weren't even there for all the shits.
We didn't get we was on the phone. We throughout the whole thing. It was like
y'all
a girl
was
calling us. Tell that motherfucker to get away from my wife. So, he better get away from my wife.
Gerald
we were on the phone like, oh my God.
Gerald made some accusations. He's like, man, we would be there in the house. I would walk to the bathroom, and then Solar and Jaguar would be alone, and he would put spells on her. Do you believe any of that?
I don't believe that. No.
Do you believe any Molly was popped in the champagne or anything like that? Or I don't know.
So Molly being popped in the champagne.
Well, no, I'm saying what I'm saying is Goomba made accusations that, man, I think he might have did put some in a drink or something to get her consumed by him. Like she was so consumed. I'm like, I don't know. When you walk around the corner, who knows what happens? Do you feel like Solar did anything to manipulate Jaguar?
No.
Okay.
I think the Solar was just being his the hippie guy that he is, like awesome, like.
Yes, I think Jaguar might have just
love and happiness and this, all that hippie stuff that he be
on. So she was auntie and he was nephew, and they went out on a trip to Shreveport.
He was too busy worried about Velvet the whole time. He wasn't thinking about Jaguar.
As I'm
trying
sure.
to pop nothing in her drink.
Velvet,
he was so infatuated and in love with Velvet. Huh?
Was Velvet there?
No, they had broke up.
Okay.
She kicked him out.
Okay.
So that's why he had to end up down at my house because she kicked him out. He was home and didn't have nowhere to go. And so Shaka would ask him if he could come for a second. He was going to give him a job working where he was working at.
I see.
And then help him get on his feet.
But
then he get in running the Jaguar, and so they down in Shreveport. He up there crying about Velvet, and they doing now. If anybody was doing something, they did something trying to get Solar to get Velvet back. Because I heard they was eating Velvet tacos and all.
Hey guys, what's up? It is your girl Rashida Frost, and yes, I am
Velvet
back
tacos
with an all new season of my show, Boss Moves with Rashida.
All this kind of weird manifestation techniques they were doing. Going down to the water and
none of that shit worked. But anyway, They're going to show you, boy, velvet tacos. My. Well, let's go.
Probably praying, trying to,
rewatching the Velvet Rope tour on DVD.
right.
Whatever we can do
We're
to get
sleeping
it back.
on velvet blankets. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever we can do to get it back.
Right.
So
velvet, like just with V for
V
velvet.
for Vendetta,
Right.
V for Velvet.
V for velvet. And it was just like a velvet fest. So I'm like,
Were you
I don't think they had
surprised
any
about
time
the-
for them to be like trying to hook up with each other.
The Shreveport incident, everything that went down, like you said, y'all were on the phone. Like, were you surprised about any of that? Like, did you see it coming?
No.
So you were just like, what the fuck is going on?
Dude, I didn't realize Gerald was like crazy and volatile with the gun and pistols and stuff and pulling.
You know, he was a long range. You don't know he was a
I didn't know he was.
He spinning it.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
Hey.
I promise you, I challenge you to a duel. You know what I'm saying? He's swinging. He's practicing for a duel. You know
I'm telling you. Who would have known?
In the car and on the highway. Like,
who would have known?
Like, just playing with guns and stuff. Like
as
that.
it's unfolding, you're hearing like what's going on. You and Shaka.
Yeah.
And of course, I know it spills into the next day, and it's a whole fiasco. But what are your thoughts when you like when is it gonna stop? Were you like, were you trying to y'all fix it?
We were laughing.
Who were you trying to give? Like, hey, like Gerald.
We didn't realize how serious it was
Julie.
because it was like we were like man, Solar. We were like kind of laughing like. Solar, leave it. When he say leave his wife alone, you know what I'm saying? No, and then Solar was like, no, it's just not right, and whatever he was going through, and they just and next thing you know, we were in the studio and they were at the barbershop.
So the barbershop
and he's on the phone with Shaka like, tell that nigga get away from my wife, and all you heard is. We were like, "Oh my God, what the hell is going on?" So we were, man, that was crazy.
So when you turn on the internet or turn on your phones, you see Jaguar laying on the floor, surrounded by 6-7 cops, and she's screaming.
And Gerald up there like, "My wife's on the plane." He got his phone. I'm like, "What is this?"
Yeah, because mind you, you're part like you've seen all this come together at it when it's all working, and now you're seeing it fall apart like in front of your face.
I would have never thought.
Yeah,
it would turn like this. This is crazy. Because I'm like, wow. Because that, it's sad because it was so much potential.
I'm telling you, when
so much could have been
done. When I got
done.
there and we were talking business and we were trying to document, we had shot already like 2 episodes of Keep It a Bean. It was, man, we're about to take over the world.
Man,
like shit. That's why
I was doing stuff on Philadelphia, doing little interviews. I thought, okay, we gonna do some stuff. I'm like, man, but that situation and that whole like thing with the car and I didn't know. See, and I actually cut into Gerald. Like I was like, dude, Gerald, why was you playing with the gun? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you were in the military. We get taught about training on how to handle a gun. And for you to be twirling around guns in a car, I actually cut into him about that shit.
It's intimidation.
When I got home, I called him. I'm like, dude, Gerald, what are you doing?
It's definitely probably intimidation. Like,
and I was in the Air Force. He was in the Army. So we both like veterans out here. So like, I'm looking at him like, dude, you should know better than
that. Yeah. He should definitely know better than that. I definitely feel he was just in an element that he was just
intimidated by a guy. This dude come on now.
Man, listen.
Solar.
Everybody, Solar, Jaguar, and Goomba all
they
agreed
was having
that,
like a 3-way.
They were just saying that shoulders were being rubbed in the car. Everyone said this.
Like that he was rubbing on his shoulders.
Everyone had different reasons why shoulders were getting rubbed, but
they said they was getting that.
So no, Solar said he did rub Jag's shoulder and also attempted to rub Goomba's shoulder. Jag said, yes, he was in the backseat rubbing my shoulders. And also Gerald said, yeah, he was rubbing the shoulders. So I could see someone taking that as, man, is this man trying to get my girl?
Right, what kind of weird, that is.
No, I'm saying it's perception.
And then you got the carbonation element.
Yeah, then you got
he was on that movie with the transgender.
Yeah, it's like,
you don't know what he's trying to like.
You don't know, like.
Relax, everybody.
Right,
relax.
That thumb could do something. That thumb hit a pressure point.
I'm gonna rub his shoulder.
Yeah, also,
trying to dry out. Yeah, loosen y'all up a little bit. Let me combination style.
Right, hey, they got oils and ointments that do all kind of shit. So I can see probably
got a little satchel and shit like that. Yes, rub it into your skin.
But that moment, and again, You're right, because
Get
when I
you
talked
all
to
loosened
Jaguar,
up for me.
and she did tell me like, yes, no, she did ride around with her son's ashes and things like that. To see what unfolded at the barbershop and it did say like, man, this was, I don't know if we could come back from this. That's even me thinking business. Like, how do you fix this? So even me calling Jaguar, I'm like, man, we could fix this. Let's just figure out a way to
They were supposed to be on the way back to the
come. Yeah, we were supposed to come do a celebration of real life. We're touching 1 million views and get, we're going to talk about doing new content for Monday.
Right.
And then that never happened. So we were still trying to figure out a way we could still come back from this. But then of course, the arrests, just everything happened after that. When did you and Jaguar's relationship? Because I think y'all had friction after that. What happened between y'all? Because I don't think no one knows. As far as, again, people are just not putting the face to your name. But whenever they hear about the Mesquite address and things like that, you're the person who was, your house was where everything was going on at. I think she was leaving your house to go to the barbershop. I don't even know. It was all in the area.
She did.
Yeah.
They did.
They were leaving your house to go to the barbershop
Yeah.
to find Gerald and shit. So where did y'all's situation kind of start going like a little left?
When Legina came.
Okay, so we'll go to Legina. All right, so let's do this.
Yeah.
After the Solar incident, Jaguar was still into the mode of let's fix this.
With Gerald, right? Yeah.
With Gerald. She went to jail. She got out.
She went to
she went to the mental facility.
No, she went to Chicago and wilded out at the airport.
Well, before the airport, she went to the mental facility instead of jail. Not loose
Right.
She went to the mental facility. She was able to get out after a week, and then she said, "Let's get right back to it." She went to Chicago, clear her head. I talked to her up there for a while. She was just trying to clear her head. Then the incident happened on the way back from Chicago, in which she said, "Hey, there's a person I would want to get out here that I've reached out to, which is Miss Legina Gold, of course."
Did she say that when she was in Chicago?
Yes. She wanted. Hey, we're connected.
See, because she tried to make it seem like I was the one who knew Legina ahead of time. See, I didn't know Legina.
Oh no!
Who Legina was?
She was on.
Hey.
Legina had already right at that time.
She was on TMZ. Legina was on TMZ.
She was.
Legina's right here. That's why I'm looking. I'm like, what? She was on TMZ.
The only reason that we even, when Jaguar said who Legina was, we only knew it, and we said we agreed to do the interview because of TMZ. Like TMZ reported it. So I was like, I don't know if she probably didn't know that.
I know.
Yeah, so
I didn't even know.
So when Jaguar said, I got to get her here to Texas quick. So honestly, I don't know if Jaguar was doing it to help Legina or she just saw it as content. Like we got to.
Oh no, she saw it as content.
Okay, yeah, we got to get on the show. Yeah, I think she admitted it. She's like, we got to get on the show. We got to, we got to get on. She's like, I want to get on my show, but also I want to have y'all interview her as well. And at the time, we told her we're probably not going to interview. We don't know the story. We don't know the story. And then it hit, it was on TMZ, and we're like, oh, okay. If TMZ reported it, I guess we should talk about it. So she brought down, introduced us to Legina. We did our interview. And then, again, from that moment on, I want to touch on this because there was a way to get Legina down here that Jaguar, she called us. She called Real Life and was like, I need y'all to go get her. And I'm like, we're not about to go get her. She's like, is there a way for y'all to, you have any connects that can get I think Legina was in was it Detroit?
She's in Detroit.
Detroit. Like, is there any connects you got? I'm like, man, I could probably make a couple of phone calls, but I doubt we have those connects. So I believe you might have came into.
She texted me that night. Hey, you got somebody because Legina's in trouble. She got to get out of there ASAP. So I'm like, oh man.
Did she say why ASAP? Why she have to get out of ASAP?
No. And then the next day, it was like, like on some it's almost like make it seem like somebody was about like tracking her down, or she had to get out like the mafia. Like yeah, she brought the mafia again. The mafia.
The time was coming.
Right. They're coming to get her. The way that she made it seem like it sounded like people were outside watching her door for her to come out the house and was going to gun her down, type of thing. Or,
no, Legina said that herself.
Yeah.
Angela said that herself.
And I can't remember because we I think we did send some money to help.
Yeah, I had a friend of mine come and with a gun. It was also snowing, by the way. It was the middle of winter, snowing. You know, it had just snowed. Like it was a snowstorm, I think, that had hit before, like a few days before that. So it was like full blown Detroit midwinter, cold with snow, etc. going on.
Okay, so
and my friend, in 10 minutes of me calling, drove over there and had her because I'm thinking that somebody's really about to get this for
yeah, like it's time.
And I'm like telling her, well, tell her to run to the truck.
Oh wow.
It's like that. Like I'm like, he got a strap. He ready to fight. He's looking around. We're thinking that this is like a just once again we on Mission Impossible.
Yeah, it's like that.
You know,
that's what's been said. That's the theme that's been said. Like, listen,
yeah,
get in there, get out. No, if you see somebody,
hurry up, get out of the car. All right. Pull off the car, going downtown, looking back and forth. Someone's pulling up. Listen, you know, we thought that. Listen, we in our mind, this thing was some serious.
So the friend gets her and gets on the road and
heads down to the Greyhound station.
Okay.
Now, mind you, I don't even realize they didn't even have a Greyhound ticket yet.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So I had my friend sitting there for hours while they raised the money on Sean Davy Way and King Payne's platform to raise the money.
Oh wow!
to get a $250 Greyhound ticket.
God damn, things you don't know. Okay, so they get her down here, and she comes to your house. Or?
No, she goes to Jaguar.
Okay, so she goes straight to
Jaguar. She takes the Greyhound. Jaguar picks her up, and that was the last I had heard from for a while.
Okay, I believe she came like really the next day, and we knocked the interview out. Of course, y'all could go look at that interview.
The greatest American rock and roll band in history, Aerosmith, present "Peace Out," the farewell tour.
You know, it's so crazy looking at that little commercial, right? And you hear the greatest rock and roll band in history, Aerosmith. But when it comes down to our people, they old and washed out. We know everybody else celebrate their the people, the founders, the people was before them. But when it comes down to us, all we do is disrespect our people. That was just a thought. But we'll get back to this. I'm just listening. I'm going to start. I'll do my commentary and stuff next week. I'm catching up. Unless I hear something, I'm going to stop. Or I got to laugh or something like that. But let's carry on.
Then, of course, I believe Jaguar had more plans as far as to do show to keep it being podcast with her. But as I was asking, you said it. Where did it kind of go weird for you and Jag?
So when she went to the police, I found out she got arrested. And because she got arrested so many times.
Yeah, she did go to police station.
I gotta get the times together.
She went to the police station like raising hell.
Yeah,
I think they just arrested her. Like, hey, what the fuck?
Yeah, so I actually had went to her house and got her medication and brought it to the station. She said she didn't want to take any medication, right? So I end up going back home, and then because I couldn't I was trying to help to make sure that she did not end up going to Lou Sterrett. So I was trying to figure out like what was going on, this, that, the other, right? So then the next day I talked to Regina. She's on her way to get to pay her bond. The next morning, she would, because I was like, and I had brought the medication down there because I was like, dude, I know I wouldn't want to be awake in no jail, and most of that medication that they give you puts you to sleep. So I was
Legina's here, by the way. I don't know if the people know. Yeah. Legina's here. Legina, I want to ask. I gotta ask you, and you don't gotta go on camera, nothing, but you went and paid her bond. Why did you pay her bond, if you don't mind asking?
Because she went out her way to get me out of Detroit. But it turns out it was Genesis the whole time, her connections. But, I felt bad for her. She looked out for me. And, that was my first time bailing anybody out. So I didn't know how.
That was your first time going through the process of bailing somebody out. How much was the bail? How much?
I think it was $150. I didn't have to pay the full amount. So.
It was 150. Our bail was 1,500.
1,500.
She
10%
had to
of
pay
that
like
in Texas.
150,
Yeah, 150.
And I was like I had to put my address, but both of my
Yeah, you got to
addresses
put your home where you
as
stay.
because she couldn't use her house. Why couldn't she use her home address?
They just needed like 3 references.
Oh, 3 references, right? So I had to so I gave my address, another one of my addresses, and then she had the home address. So she was bonded to like 3 different places, 2 different places of mine that I had, and then that one.
So as far as she's bonded out, she must have felt you did something wrong, or
no?
Yeah, but say because why?
She came to my house right after she got out of jail.
Oh, did y'all? What y'all had some words?
We got into it because I was telling her because when she was in jail, now it was a whole thing that went down with her mom and make sure that they had no groceries and everything like that. And Tokyo Tony got involved and they helped out to make sure her mom and them ate and stuff like that. You know.
So Genesis was the one that was helping like me get a Jag out since day one. So she been telling me things about Genesis behind her back. So she already been had a problem with her.
Can't do that, man. That's that's the person who helped get you. So you had allegiances to 2 people that you didn't know, and now you're like kind of okay.
Yeah. So when she went to go when Gina went to go bail Jaguar out, I had her come to my house because I was like, well, it's a lot going on, you know what I'm saying? So she came to my house and, I had her like, okay, by the way, I'm a Santero.
Okay. Yes.
I'm a priest, right? In the Lukumi religion. And I was in my year in white. So anybody normally that comes around me has to, especially when you have a lot of like negativity. So I was like, there's a lot of negativity going on. So maybe we should I had her go take a spiritual bath. You know what I'm saying? And I put her in some white clothes. And when Jag got out the next
75-cent boneless wings from Pizza Hut. Yeah, our prices dip.
Oh, I gotta go there.
The thing is turmeric soap.
I gotta go get some of them wings. Mm-hmm.
I had her. She was drunk, drinking and stuff online, and was talking to people online. And I said,
hey,
Jack,
Marsha,
get off of
thank you, baby.
Off of there, talking like that, and just come over to my house. She came to my house. She stayed outside for a second, fell asleep. Then she came inside. The next day, I was trying to get her to go see the Babalao. The reason why I was trying to do that is because the governess had put out a thing. This lady named the governess. She was a person that actually predicted Mo 3's death.
Yes.
And I think she was like a spiritual advisor for Mo 3 or something.
I remember that. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
And at some point, she was also working with Jaguar Wright. I'm not sure what happened between them, but the governess had put out a warning to Jaguar that she needed Legina to send her back to Detroit, this, that, the other with Goomba, or or this, that, the other. You know what I'm saying? And the next day she's in jail, right? So I'm like, girl, you need to go see the Babalao because that lady put a spell on a hex on you and stuff. And she's a witch or something. I'm not sure whether she's a witch or she's practicing voodoo or what she practices. But I'm like, whatever she's putting on you, it's very ironic that the day that you and Tokyo Tony get to talking about that and what she did, the next day you're in jail you go up to the police station and you end up in jail.
Very ironic.
The next day.
I mean, you can't walk. You can't leave the police station. You can't just say, "Let me get out of here. Let me control my temper and my emotions and just walk out."
Yeah, because when people start putting work on you, it messes with your thoughts.
Yeah, it's internal. Yeah, it's not it's not outwardly. It's inner.
So I'm not sure what the governor said is that at some point Jack had tried to kill her or something like that. I'm not sure what she did, but I'm not sure if she did some work, But the governors felt like that Jag had targeted her a certain way, and so she had it out for Jag. So she put work on Jag, and she admits to putting work on Jag and Goomba, so that Goomba and Jag could be separated, and then Goomba and Legina could be separated, and then basically, So
at this point, you said witch doctors, mafia, the government, Jay-Z. There's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people against Jaguar.
At this time, man.
So I'm like, you need to go see a Babalao because so a Babalao in Ifa religion. Okay, let's get into that. Is basically you have Orunmila who in our religion who is the Orisha of divination, right? And Orisha is like these basically forces of nature, right? So the force of divination, right? And what happens is that what we believe is that when you come on this earth, you were given a destiny, and you have a specific, like you were told everything that was going to happen in your life, but when you came on this earth, you forgot. So what divination does is help you remember and to keep you on path and tell you whether you're on path or off path. So I'm like, you are clearly off path. Clearly this is not the right. You need to go see a Babalawo so you can get on path. You know,
that didn't work.
The next day, the work that lady did was too strong. I couldn't get her to go see the Babalawo.
Okay, so wait, y'all had an argument.
So we had a full argument, and I'm in my year in white, so I'm still a new priest. You know, I'm like a baby in the religion, right?
Yes.
Like it's almost like if you get born again and you're supposed to be you just now starting to learn about, you know, it's the same thing in the art, but we have a whole year in white where we're like restricted to, you know, certain things. You have to wear white all the time. Long story. So I'm not even allowed to argue or anything. But she got me out of character because she started going off because she was trying to teach Legina how to sing, and I'm trying to get her to see the Babalawo. And I'm like, dude, your priorities, like, you can teach her how to sing anytime. You got work being done on you. You're getting put in jail. You need to go see a Babalawo to find out what work she has done and what she needs to do to get it off of you. But she was not down. She was not trying to hear it.
So she just stormed out and saying, F
no,
you?
She cussed me out and you like a fool. Look at you. Look at everybody. We're live right now, Genesis. We're live.
Oh, you were live at the time.
She was live teaching Legina how to sing.
And the argument was going on live.
The Babalawo is 75 years old. You know, we gotta respect his time. If he says he's gonna like do something, we gotta like be there on time, right?
Yes.
We're live.
Oh man.
I'm teaching her how to sing. She's learning how to sing. Like, I'm like, dude, who gives a fuck about her singing when you got all this witchcraft and shit being done to you, and you're going crazy, going to a police station and going to jail, and you got something put on you that I found out now is like supposedly help her make her spiral. Unless she go, I mean, she probably could get it removed. I don't know, but yeah, she got something put on her that's gonna have her spiraling down, and she don't even realize it. I'm trying to get it off of her, but I'm the enemy. I'm the bad guy.
Does that make it harder when the argument is live? Because again, when you put things on the internet for the world to consume, it's hard to take back something that was said privately. Do you think that kind of really messed it up? Like just because it was on the internet that she was saying these things or just having words about you and with you?
Honey, I didn't even care. I was seeing red at that point, you know, because I'm like, dude, she was yelling at me in my own house. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to like not argue with her because I'm not supposed to argue during my year in white. I'm supposed to keep a
docile.
I gotta stay Iwapale. Keep you know all this. Keep calm, right? Yes. And not get.
She's trying you. She pushing it.
Honey, you know what I'm saying? And I have look. My head Orisha is Oya, and Oya is like a fiery. I'm a very fiery person. I don't like will go off. I'm a Gemini. I will flip out. You know what I'm saying? And I had to control all that. I'm like, dude, you know, I had to leave my own house. Came back, she was still there. But and then she still said some old bullshit to me. And I'm like, okay, Jag.
Okay, so I'm assuming she ends up leaving and the Jaguar goes off to do her own thing. I think they go to Arizona.
Music. They made some music, made another song, you know, she made some song with Shaka and them.
Yes, she did.
And it turned out it was pretty good, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad that I was able to step away for that magic to happen.
Okay. This is before she went to Arizona for a little while and the car situation? Or is after the car?
That was after.
Okay.
Gina, you weren't that was after.
Okay, yeah. So that was all that. In that situation, I'm gonna leave that over there because that was a whole.
Yeah, I think that Arizona and Chicago are connected, right?
Yeah, I think that it was all. Yeah, there was.
The reason why she ended up in Chicago and Detroit was because of the car blew up in Arizona, right?
Yeah, had to go.
Yeah, so that whole thing was all.
So at this point, Jaguar, you know, she's doing her thing again. You know, we talked to her a couple more times. And I just have to ask you because she does end up getting, going to jail in Louisiana as far as moving around while she was, I think she was in a hotel pool or something, and they ended up coming to grab her, taking her away. And that was when I think her and her husband was really on the outs. They was really going back and forth and kind of just going back and forth, and it was like really just kind of getting crazy. Where did you have any thoughts or any play into like what was going on then? Were you just like kind of removed from it all? Like, hey, I'm still over here. Jaguar, good luck over there.
Basically. And you know, we were cool. We was all right. We was distance though. It was like we cool, but we cool here. We only cool. we cool.
Yeah.
You know. So she doing her thing. I'm doing my thing. So Gina still kept in touch with me. You know. And I guess she started to feel uncomfortable with what was going on with the whole street.
Because Gina was moving around with Jack.
Yeah, and I think Jack
houses and
wanted Gina to go to Shreveport with her.
Yes.
And Gina didn't feel comfortable with going to Shreveport.
Yeah.
She didn't want to stay, and she didn't like Shreveport. I mean, actually, Gina, you can explain to your own self. Like,
Gina, I'm bringing back on for a quick second. How was your time in Shreveport moving around with Jack?
Man, it was intense. It was intense because I was around when Goomba was around, so I seen their relationship. Me and her was, starting to get into it with each other, so I just didn't appreciate it, and I felt like it was because her enemies was my enemies at that point, and all that paranoia stuff. I was intense. I was tired of it and her drama, so I reached out to Genesis, and I'm like, "Yo, can I come stay with you?" Because I feel like me and Jaguar, we're gonna argue, and I don't want it to get to that point. But I know myself, so I might just nut up on her. So I'm like, I gotta go. So it just got more worried with her, like how she did treated Doom, but she was trying to talk to me crazy, and I had to talk to her crazy and all that. So me and her, I reached out to Genesis because we were still cool, despite her trying to make me and her not talk to each other, because I did appreciate everything Genesis did for me. And Genesis did a lot for both of us. She did a lot for all of us, her mom, her son. She did a lot for us. And I'm like, yeah, she's a friend to me. So no matter what you say about her, she was a friend to me. So I'm like, so she said I can. So I was still in Shreveport. So I end up we got into it that same day. I feel like she was trying to do some weird work on me.
Because Jack at that point was dealing with candles, right?
Yeah, she wanted me to pick up something from her room because she ended up having get in a different room. And then she was like, I want you to go get it. I'm like, I'm not about to stop what I'm doing to go get it. So her son ended up getting it. So getting the candle. And then he was like, you know what? If my son get hurt because of you and da-da-da-da. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Like,
right. So get hurt from touching the candle?
Right. But I think we was in New Orleans, so she probably had work done somewhere. And I'm like, from all your dramas, I'm like, yeah, you probably did something. So
she was taking nude baths with the candles. I seen her mom bust in and she got angry with her. Was that going on?
Yeah. So she ended up you remember the alarm that kept happening? She kept lighting them incense, and it was mess with our sleep. And then it was just a lot going on, and I feel like she would have us go outside somewhere in there, like some water, some side of the road somewhere, and just look at people going live. Like, I'm like, I can't do this. Like, I can't watch you look at other people talk about you and your relationship and stuff like that. Like, so it was just getting weirder and weirder. So I'm like, nah, she getting kind of crazy.
So your goal was, of course, to just get back to something more normal for you. Genesis, I'm assuming she reached out to you and said, "Can I come?"
Yeah.
And you said, "Go ahead and come."
Sure.
And as you see, she's still here, very sane, very very normal.
Right.
So you reached out, and it's very hard when people don't have someone to reach out to or don't know who to reach out to and just get a yes. Like, can I get? I know there's people right now just in crazy situations. Like, I have no one to call and go to, and you're being there, which going to take us to the next part of this, which I want to talk about. Kind of the way you brought in people of even carbonation. But before we get there, Jaguar did actually have an extended stay in Louisiana and then come back to Lusteric, and then she got out, and of course she's now out in the world. Have y'all had any contact since in regards? Is there anything that have y'all try to do anything?
No, she's mad because I was the one who called the police to get her arrested. So basically what happened is that my name was on the bond. She began to say something when Regina decided she did not want to stay with her no more, and she came back to town. Now, meanwhile, she dropped her mom and her son off at my house and said, "I'm going to get my husband." I didn't know whether she was going to
get him back or going
to
to
go get him back. Now, they're apart from each other. He's at his. I thought he was at his mom's house, but come to find out, I guess her husband. She went to a lake, and I guess the husband was at the lake. He met her at the lake, but I didn't know that. So the mom is sick. She's tired because they've been driving on the road all day long. She ended up having to bring her mom and her son to her house out there, and we didn't know whether the lights were off or anything like that because they were supposed to get evicted. They knew they was going to get evicted, right?
Yeah, they had some time for it.
They had like a small amount of time to like get it together, get out of there, and move wherever they was going to move to. So Regina decided, well, I'm going to stay with you. I'm not going to go to the house with them. So I dropped her mom and her son off. Regina decided to come with me back to my house. Jaguar comes back to get her mom and everybody like that. Now, imagine, I didn't even know she was coming back because she made all of them take all their clothes and everything and unpack them. So I don't know whether she was going to come back and unpack and stay at my house. I don't know what's going on.
Right.
It might have been that they was going to they were unpacking.
The communication wasn't
because
there
they probably were getting evicted. They probably didn't know, and they probably need to stay at my house.
Yeah, but
nobody was telling me nothing. You know, I wouldn't have turned them away. It's your mom.
Right. I'm sure she didn't want to have to stay there, but it's. Who knows?
Most of my friends know that I'm the one that, if anything happens, that they can come and. You know what I'm saying? That's unfortunately the person that I tend to be. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, I'm going through it. Call Monica. So she knew that. So that's probably what she probably was thinking, and that's fine. But her mom was like, "No, I want to go back to the house."
Right.
So I took him back, and then that whole thing with her, she probably felt like I had double crossed her in some kind of way, or I don't know. But really, that's really what happened.
So that's it. And then,
but she began to at that point start to badmouth my child's father, say that I was there and I killed my child's father. She told us, so we never was friends, and this, that, the other. I don't know why you put yourself on my, bond. We was never, just talking shit. She talking bad shit.
Yeah, I started seeing the hashtags with your name coming out. I'm like,
yeah,
oh, wow.
She started talking shit about me, like on thing, and just being a bitch. And I'm like, dude, what? Like, I don't know who you think I am.
Right. So did you throw your
hands up? You gonna say all this shit about me? And I'm not gonna do nothing. Like, I mean, you gonna I'll just talk about me. People think I'm a pushover. You got me fucked up. Like, dude, you don't get to say all that shit on.
Yeah.
What? So like, take my name up off this shit.
Right.
How do I remove my name up off this bond?
Right.
They said that she had to be arrested. I said, okay.
So they thought.
So she's sitting at who?
They thought it was King World.
King World then was followed. They
had the location.
They
find people. Yeah, they Carmen Sandiego.
Exactly. They find people, and they was online talking about her whereabouts, and I contacted King World. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Where's she at?
Yeah.
And I found out, said, okay, well, this is where she is. Remove my goddamn name off of this shit. Because you don't get to talk shit about me, and I'm the reason why you're even. I'm like a witness on some shit.
Yeah.
I'm sending money to bread to your mom. I'm the one helping out. But I'm not your friend, or we not friends. So what the fuck is that? Now she done did the same thing to other people. People that got her out.
Thanks to my stylist, getting dressed is so easy. My stylist just gets me.
They get me. And me.
They'll get you too.
Again, and she did try to set them up or something stupid. I don't even know if it's true or not, but
you've been removed from the situation.
I'm off. I'm out.
Her mom, I think, went back up north. Her son went to stay back with dad. I think she's moved on, and
God bless her.
You haven't had no contact with her since.
No.
Okay, well, anyway, with that being said, definitely God bless them all. God bless the situation. I hate, again, we were at such a high, and then all of a sudden,
so much could have been done.
So much could have been done, and then the Shreveport incident, just kind of things just went so left, and I hate that.
I do too, because I don't like to fail.
Right.
At anything I do.
You know what I'm saying? We only got so much time in this world. Like, put time into something that just fails. You wanted to actually, because the whole documentary was really the thing. Yeah.
And then she ended up talking shit about my daughter in the documentary, and I mean, like, really?
Oh man. So
she telling people that what she say? You don't even tell your daughter about her father. She can see that voice. Yeah. You don't even tell her like a father.
Shit. I can see.
You know what I'm saying?
And we are going to touch on the documentary, but before we get there,
she does that. She calls me Toots now.
Oh, Toots.
Yeah, that's the new thing. Toots.
Where'd that come from?
I don't know. Everything goes to a movie. It's like The Wizard of Oz. Like
Yes.
I think that's like
1920s,
Mel's
1940s.
Diner. Yeah, like hey, toots. You know, like dude, what film was you watching? Black and white over the week while you was in jail. Was it like the black and white film?
It was a TC.
All right,
TCM Turner Classic Movie Night. Yeah.
I just picture her like with some chewing gum with her hand on her hip. Yeah, what's going on, toots?
Dick Tracy.
You know, just chewing gum and shit.
Oh my God! Action Comics. All right, so I will say this because you did bring Legina back into the fold and take care of it. That has been your nature. Before we even talk about carbonation, as far as you kind of bring them in, what is that about your nature as far as being able to help people in need,
Not
give them
that-
a place to stay? Because most people don't like people in their comfort zone, in their home.
Mm-hmm.
But you have been able to allow people, and we're going to go all the way through there, but allow not only the carbonation members, but from Jaguar, Goomba, Legina, like you allow people in your home. What is that about you that is so receiving of people in your personal space?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You know what? It is that I have always been. My house has always been the house that people come to and hang out at and do this. Even when I was in Detroit,
and
I was like the place where everybody.
Like, hey, you got to go home now.
Exactly. And
yeah, and like what happened is that like for a lot of like I've been homeless before. I was a
You
homeless
did say that.
when I was a
you got to
kid,
go through it to know it.
Yeah, like so when I was like 13 years old, my stepfather was a crackhead, and he was cooking some crack or something like that on the stove and burned our whole house thing down. You know what I'm saying?
God.
And so people helped me. I was like a street kid. People like gave me somewhere to go. You know what I'm saying? Like my parents were living in a van, and I would and people would give me somewhere. Like they wouldn't just let me just be out there like that.
So you've seen people help.
I've
you
lived,
know that feeling of
and
having.
When I left the military, you know what I'm saying? They just kick your ass out. When it's time to go out the military, they don't be like, oh, let me just set you up with a nice apartment.
It's like prison.
They open up the gate. Yeah, like and let me get that ID off of you so you never come back again. Like don't come back to the base.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? And it'd be in the hood. They like let you out. Most military bases by the hood, they let you out in the hood. People, you know what I'm saying? Music and shit going like hip hop music playing and stuff. You know the scene whenever they show
the car come by bass and by
like you looking around with you got your military bag and it's like
you gotta figure it out.
Man.
So I'm just curious, for the carbonation situation, Shaka, I believe from what I know, Shaka, his family, Solar Velvet have been at your house. Yeah. Any other carbonation members?
No.
Okay.
Just those in all situations, like so Shaka and Solar were friends, are friends. Velvet and Azine are friends. But I think that also the thing happened where Velvet had at one point dealt with them before. So there was like a whole thing going on where they were really in communication with each other. So when their relationship got messed up, but Shaka's in touch with everybody from Carbonation.
Yes, he is. He said that he was.
So it's like,
what are your thoughts on Carbonation? First, did you have knowledge of them from years ago?
Yeah.
What were your thoughts about Nature Boy, the Carbonation situation, just in general?
I think it's a shame. It could have been so much. It could have been something.
So you thought it was a good thing that was happening?
It could have been something. If Nature Boy wasn't a narcissist and they actually did what he was saying when he first set out to do, like go live off nature and go like and live in a when he first started, it was not carbonation, it was called melanation.
Yeah, melanation, yes.
And it was about living off grid and living closer to the equator and taking care of your body and this, that, the other. Now that's when if it would have stayed that and not gotten weird and sex cultish and all that other crazy stuff, that actually could have worked.
So you could see like 1,000 people out there in the jungle. You could have saw that. Or you think it only work in a small group of people?
Like probably different groups. Okay, you know, people in Africa do it all the time.
Yeah, tribes.
Yeah. I think that started off all the way till he got arrested. I followed the whole thing, but to me, it went and like people started to like, okay, well, this is abuse, and I started to see them. They couldn't get on the plane because their underarms was stinking and all kind of weird stuff, and all, just kind of it got like more dramatic and really crazy. Then then he telling everybody to poop on the tree, and I actually had called him, like he said they would make them say you have to give your what did he say? Give it to the earth, give it back to the earth, and you find a tree instead of going to the bathroom. You go to find a tree and poop on it,
which is, I guess, makes sense. I mean, animals do it. Cows shit in the field and it
field.
fertilizes the ground, I guess.
I don't think human shit is the same because cows eat
honestly,
grass.
I personally don't know where the shit go.
Humans eat other flesh. Cows eat grass, so it's like basically eating and re-putting the grass back into the ground. Human beings eat cows. Meat and like them. Yeah, so I don't think that this
putting the cow back in the ground.
It's poisonous. If we poop on that, it's gonna probably die.
That's real. I can see that.
So I was like, no, not the same.
I can see that.
Even though they must be supposedly vegetarian and all, not like the concept could have been great.
Right.
How it turned out, it was.
It is. I'm about
me too. So down, I was like, I had my popcorn every time they would go on live. I was like, man, this is crazy as hell.
So when they invited a white woman in there, were you like, wow, the melanation turned to?
They had a few white people there.
I know.
Then the BBC came and they got their white lady. They said, no, we're not fixing to do that. No. Not with Sue.
So of course, Nature Boy's in jail. He got hit with a bunch of charges. People, I guess they say they escaped. Or however it was, it went left. How did you get?
He started getting weird at the end. Well, he was already weird.
Well, no, Gentleman said he started drinking. Hennessy started getting involved, and that really unleashed the beast.
Well, he already had a beast because he had already beat on his mama. So
it was already going on
inside.
It's just the Hennessy. You're able to hide it, like when the camera's on, but the alcohol makes your true nature and out of character in your decision making go out the door.
I think they got that fentanyl weed when they went to Atlanta.
Yeah, they might have.
Because he started acting crazy. He had them painting stuff on their face, 3, 3, 3, 3, and making up these doing all this kind of weird stuff. I'm like, what is going on? They went on Sonetter TV, y'all. Now Sonetter TV is a huge platform, right? And instead of them doing something that really makes sense, they up there 3, 3. They would ask him a question, and Sonetter would ask him because Sonetter is all about scholarship and breaking it down, having debates about religion,
educational.
And they went up there and act like a bunch of fools up there.
That'll do it. It'll put the eyes on them. Like, okay, we got to see what the hell's going on over here.
I think people thought that was a joke after that. Like, really? Oh, that was when it started to decline because it stopped being about. It was more entertaining when I think that when he started to try to make it about entertainment, that's when it started to not be entertaining anymore. It's like, dude, when you guys are just being yourself and actually really trying to beat the knowledge and stuff like that, and was failing at it, people were more interested in that. But when you're trying to come over here and put on a show,
when you showed me the videos, and again, I don't know what the time frame it happening, but when I seen him having, him telling I can have these men hit each other, they'll carry me to my bath, watch this man rub my feet. And that's when I started saying, "Whoa, this is very cultish."
He was trying to stage it too damn hard. I think all that shit was staged, and he was trying too hard to go viral. Every moment he was trying to do was trying to blow it up and try to make it more sensationalized.
That COVID money.
And if he would have just stuck to his original thing, he wouldn't even be. I don't even think he. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? I don't know where to be.
Because it was too weird. It was too much. They was beating each other's ass and fighting each other, and he was getting other women to beat each other up, and so I think he was doing that even when they was doing the knowledge. So
what's up with babies on certain people? It's like, okay, all right, wait a minute now.
Right. Why do all the gurus start getting freaky? All the gurus get freaky at some point, and it's always some weird freaky shit with kids.
We got to do a case study on that. Like, why do they be up until a point? Then
Then they get freakiness.
Yeah,
it's like the
it's like-
freakiness. They say, you know what? I'm at the top of my thing. The freakiness got to come out. I got
Gotta
to
come out.
freaky, baby. Like they got like freak me, baby.
It'd be a song.
They
Come
like,
on,
get up and
they
down.
listen,
Like
I can't go back.
Right, I
Go
gotta, gotta get freaky with it.
I'm here now.
It's too much knowledge and too much spirituality.
Right.
It's some freakiness got to
That's interesting.
creep
Man.
its way into it.
Yeah, look at
Every cult leader
Yeah,
gets
we gotta go through
freaky.
history and see like just how freaky shit got with every little cult leader.
Every single cult leader, I swear to gosh, everyone got some freaky. They always demised by the freakiness.
Man.
They'll have everybody on their side, and then all of a sudden, some freaky little wild freakiness that'll start kicking in. They start doing some weird stuff, making people uncomfortable. Doing weird stuff with their followers.
They can't control it. It gets a little crazy. So after asking, how did you and Shaka link up? Was it through music? Was it through just Bigo?
I met him on Bigo because it was during COVID, and I was actually in the hospital. I damn near died having a baby, and it was during the winter freeze.
If it's Hillshire Farm, oh hell yeah!
Freeze, it was like for 2 weeks we didn't have no lights or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? And so I didn't realize my blood pressure was like 200 over 100. So I started having chest pain. And so I went to the hospital and they were like, oh, you are about to have a seizure. You know what I'm saying? You're about to die. A stroke, seizure. So they started putting pads around because I'm like, and I'm the whole time I'm like, oh, no. I'm good. We don't have to do this. Because I'm like, we're gonna take that baby. Like, no. I'll be all right. I'm fine.
Right.
Look at me. I can get up right now. They're like, no, you're about to die. You know what I'm saying? They started padding up the thing around my head. So for this seizure that was about to kick in, that if my blood pressure goes up 1 more inch, that this seizure is about to kick in right here. And so I had to have a emergency C-section. I had to deliver the baby. He was only like 7 months. So that's why I wasn't trying to. I was only 7 months,
Wow.
So while I was in the hospital, I was in ICU for 2 weeks. So only thing and I had COVID.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So I had COVID. My baby was getting born, and my blood pressure preeclampsia.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was in ICU
God.
for like 2 weeks.
And what Shaka was?
They were on Bigo.
Okay. So
and that was my entertainment, just watching Bigo.
So I'm just curious, real quick. I mean, you already said why Shaka came down. You were able to provide him a place to kind of a refuge. You have mentioned that Solar and Velvet both did an interview up here the same day. You told him not to do the interview. You said, "Hey, y'all should do this interview." Yeah. I'm curious, why not? Why didn't you want them to do that interview?
Because one, it wasn't. First of all, they didn't have any reason.
No, go ahead.
They didn't have any reason to do the interview. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, first of all, they weren't selling nothing. There was nothing really to be. There's nothing that they built. Like, I feel like if you're gonna be putting yourself out there, you need to have like something, a reason that you're doing it. You know what I'm saying? On top of that, I felt like it was too premature. You know what I'm saying? They had just broken up, and they wasn't even. The only reason why he found out that she was pregnant, and so they were still like on the outs. They were still trying to prepare their relationship.
Did they stay at your house at any point in time?
For 2 days, they stayed at my house.
Were they getting freaky in your house? Did you hear?
I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I know he was like, I can't wait till she get here.
Oh man!
Find the corner.
Right. That's where they were, in a corner in like a little small room. Oh, that's why. But no, I hope not, because the children was in the in there with them. So I hope that they wasn't doing those.
But you say he found out that she was pregnant?
Y'all know I done messed up. I brought it back a little bit. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I caught that as at this point. Like I said, sit back and enjoy the show. Everybody doing the same thing. Shit.
I understand what you said about premature.
It was too premature. It's like you guys just got into it. You know what I'm saying? And there was a whole thing that happened the night
like before.
So to me, I was like, maybe that's not a good idea to be jumping on the platform. Y'all don't have no real
nothing to push, nothing to like. What
it's
reason?
Not stable.
What's the reason? Yeah.
You're married, so is she.
Yeah, you got to.
So that's already what are y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? Then, like, get a divorce first.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how about that? And then be together for a little bit of time. Then, if y'all want to come back, the platform's still gonna be here.
Hey, man.
Then y'all do it. Okay, let me introduce our children, and we've been together for a year. We both got divorced. Now you got something to talk about. And then here's our platform. It's been up, and we've been doing this, doing that. Here's our website. Now you got something to talk about. But the whole thing was just all like happening in chaos. So to me, to go on a platform when you're in the middle of chaos is just not. It doesn't. It's like, what are you doing? And then 2 weeks later, you've broken up, and y'all hate each other. And now you got this thing out here where you guys looking like you guys are a big old happy family in love with each other. But you can already see on her face, if you actually watch the interview, her facial expressions didn't look happy. It looked sad, and
man,
it was exuding like uncomfortableness and all type of things I was seeing.
All type of things, man. Well, again, I wish the best for them. I do want to give you an opportunity to discuss. Again, we talked about doing a documentary for Batim. Can you discuss for those people who may be at home and not know who your child's father was, and just as far as the overall thing you're gonna push and what you're gonna do, and kind of everything that you were trying to put forward there? Can you let the people know who even Batim was, as far as the world who may not?
So Batin was a part of a group called Slum Village. And if you ever heard of Slum Village was a part of, it was a 3-person group with Jay Dilla, Batin, and T3. And you had Elzai who joined the group when Jay Dilla passed away. Jay Dilla was a really well-known producer who was known for work with Tribe Called Quest, Erykah Badu, a bunch of different artists, like even Janet Jackson. He made the song, the beat to Got Till It's Gone. Because you don't know what you got.
Oh yeah. Oh,
he did the beat for that. He's done a lot of great stuff, like with Far Side.
Yeah,
he did beats for them. So Jay Dilla is a really prolific producer, and his I think that he should have been got his flowers. Well, he's getting his flowers now. I think Questlove is doing a documentary about him, and so we saw that Questlove was going to do a documentary on him, and so we were like, we should do a documentary on Batin. Now, Batin was one of the original members of Slum Village, and he was actually a really well-known MC who could rap in Hebrew, ancient rap in Hebrew and different languages and stuff like that. He was really into metaphysics, and he was like the spiritual they were a part of this thing called the Order of Divine Reality, where they like really into like metaphysics and Tantra and the Kabbalah and different like things like that. So when he first, when Slum Village came out, they were like kind of like a conscious group, but he also had like a lot of enlightenment.
No, definitely very, very talented. What was the cause of his passing?
Well, when at first it was undeclared, but eventually they put it as a cocaine overdose.
I see.
Yeah.
Was that prevalent in his life as far as
No, he was a spiritual person, but I think the music industry, I think that the influences. Influences, people, because when that backstage life, you're gonna run into people, with different substances and things like that, that you normally wouldn't. You go overseas, people are doing stuff, you're trying out, do things, this, that, the other, So I think that just from being in different places, especially overseas, overseas will get you.
Yeah, no, definitely.
They'll get you. They'll get you experimenting on some stuff sometimes.
Yeah,
So
because you're already experimenting going over there.
yeah,
the whole going overseas is an experiment for a person born in the States.
So I've heard stories about him being overseas. That's part of the reason why I wanted to go into do the documentary, so people could understand him beyond just like, okay, that this person was a dancer. He was a great singer, writer, rapper. Like, he was not a drug addict. You know what I'm saying? Now, what happened, I think, is mental illness kicked in probably due to like some of the drugs, but I also think that there's also a history of family mental illness as well. So I think that the depression and things like that was kicking in too, and he was probably self medicating at some point, and it came to the point where a lot of like the combination of mental illness and then the drug, the fact that Detroit and the whole Detroit, so where he lived, where he was at, everybody knew him. He was in his 6 Mile area, you know what I'm saying, and people know him. They know him from Slum Village, but they.
Yeah, I'm curious. What now is the direction that you want to take? I know we talked heavily as far as trying to put something together to just have a starting point, get some writers in there, and just trying to see what kind of documentary it should be. But can you speak on what it is now, kind of what you wanted to do, if you wanted to take a different avenue or kind of just maybe wait and
so I want to do something with my daughter, and I want her to be able to talk to people and learn about her father. At first, when I was creating the documentary, I wanted to be, just his friends celebrating his life.
Right.
Getting people, like I said, Jaguar, going to people that toured with him, and getting different accounts and stories. And I thought that would be really cool. But I think it's an important thing to like actually go into like, how or where she could find out more about her father.
To document her daughter finding out about her father in itself is again interesting to watch. As far as she's unfolding as it's being documented, what she unfolds about, what people will say. So no, I think that might be an even more interesting direction.
Yeah, and see, she's autistic, right? And so is her brother. And I believe that that he was probably also autistic. So I want to like actually delve into like some of this, like some of this that was going on, that like, imagine like you have the music industry, right? And you have all these people that really have a lot of mental illness, right? But they're great at music. And that's why you can easily take advantage of them. I believe that there's a lot of autistic people in the music industry, a lot of autistic people in entertainment, right? They might be really laser focused and great at doing their art, but then they're easily taken advantage of, right? Because you can easily direct them in any type of way. Like, okay, go do this, go do that, right?
Oh, exactly.
So I wanted to like actually even examine that at one point,
Yeah, like that in itself is, yes. I don't know if there's already studies out there, but you're right.
I wanted to do that. I wanted to get into that. Like how many people in the entertainment are autistic?
Definitely.
Are they in or even had an IOP, ADHD, or like or mental or whatever?
Diagnosed.
The entertainment industry.
Oh man, that's powerful in itself. Speaking of the entertainment industry, I definitely want to touch on your history. Again, DJ Genesis. You are a DJ of almost 3 decades, probably more.
Yes.
Mostly in Detroit. As far as coming up, where did you come up? Like, where were you kind of getting your ground started from as far as learning?
I started off in the military learning how to DJ. I was gonna be like an actual DJ. Like,
you mean like as in the infantry goes in, you was going like.
Nah. Like, everybody shoot like, get on the ground. Like, I'm like, like how they used to start with the drums and everything. I'm like in the front with a DJ. It's the I'm DJ.
I'm telling you.
No.
But you learned it in the military.
I wanted to be like a it was these competitions called the DMC, DJ mixing competitions.
Yeah.
I wanted to be like that.
Okay. Definitely.
Like DJ, there's a guy named DJ Ghetto. Like there's like chicka invisible scratch pickles, like the ones that like mix it and like do all the tricks and stuff. I wanted to be like that kind of DJ, but then I got introduced to the techno scene, I became like a techno and house DJ because my friend
Techno, is that like EDM? Is that a little bit of...
Before that, it was called techno, and
okay.
There's house music, there's techno, there's drum and bass. Those are like the categories. They just labeled it all EDM now.
Techno is what you get when you go into a Vegas club, pop a Molly, and just...
Lord have mercy. Yeah. But fist pump. There's techno and there's Detroit techno. Detroit is where techno started from. So when
I didn't know that. That's dope.
And it actually is three black guys that that started in three different ways. You got like Kevin Saunderson, Derek May, and Juan Atkins. But Kraftwerk is where they really got it was a combination of like disco and Kraftwerk and different like African Bambaataa. So all those different things kind of merged into like this thing called techno.
Oh wow!
That came out in like the early 80s.
So you chose 90s. To lean towards techno.
More house and actually drum and bass. Okay. And then what happened is the more I began to DJ and get into be from Detroit and being a part of underground resistance, I would kind of mix the techno with the house and the neo soul and R&B type of stuff.
And that was able to take you on tour as you had you and a bunch, like you said, a bunch of women DJs. It paid the bills being a DJ, or is that just something you did on the side?
Oh no! My whole being a DJ was everything.
Yeah, that was your life.
It was and I was. That's why I was homeless.
Yeah, that's what you got.
Because I ain't no money.
Right.
I was like one of them struggling artists. You know what I'm saying? Seas getting screwed over, people not paying me, putting out my little record, ain't nobody giving me no money. I would and then wouldn't make no money. But it's actually cool because I got to travel the world. I got to see, Belgium, South Africa, Manchester, England, I got to travel around the
all the places I ain't been.
Yeah.
So who would you say is like top 3 DJs in your world?
Top 3. Jazzy Jeff.
Oh, shout out Jazzy.
And he's not even a techno DJ.
Yeah, just DJ in general, just Jazzy Jeff.
Jazzy Jeff is probably one of the
I was able to see him DJ in person in DC one day. I was like, oh yeah, no, he's the truth.
He's and he be dancing while he did.
Yeah,
he's like he do his little 2-step. I think it's so cute. Him and Little Louis Vega and Joe Claudsell.
There you go. Oh,
yeah.
Man.
Shop online at Karen Millen or download the app for exclusive discounts.
Go.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yep.
We're celebrating 50 years of hip hop right now.
Yeah.
How do you feel just to be part of this thing called hip hop as far as just being a DJ, even on the techno side and the house music side? You're part of this music industry. You're part of this thing. How does it feel to see that hip hop got to 50 years?
It's interesting. It's interesting because I don't think it sounds anything like it used to sound. It's like, what is hip hop anymore? I'm glad it made it 50 years, but what is it? But I wish that what does it represent? I wish that we could. I don't know.
Where do you think it's gonna go in the next 50 years?
I hope it goes back to its original. It gets back to some kind of original form.
Because when I hear Lil Uzi Vert's "Damn,"
that sounds like pop music. It doesn't sound like hip hop.
I don't hear no rapping in there, and I'm like, "What's going on?"
Yeah,
I'm like, "What's going on? This is a hip hop concert."
Like, what are we doing? Like, I'm gonna rock.
Yeah.
Like that. What in the hell is that?
I'm thinking in 50 years, it
like
might
50 years, it's gonna sound
be
like
humming or something like just.
Man, that actually sounds like a. Dude, everything sounds like AI. I think it's.
Yeah, you think AI is gonna take over hip hop?
They're gonna be like AI doing hip hop. It's gonna be like a hip hop AI. It's not gonna be people anymore.
It's not gonna be people no more. Oh my god!
Because everybody done AI their voice out. Everybody sound like this when they're rapping. You know what I'm saying? They're singing. Everybody sound like an AI. Yeah. Everybody sound like a computer. So they're getting us ready for the computer takeover. For all the computers and the robots to take over the world. They're getting us ready for the
it's gonna start with the music.
AI conversion.
It's gonna start with the music. Once we accept it.
We've already accepted it. Everything sounds like a computer. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I love that it's the hip hop 50th anniversary. But if you actually listen to hip hop when it started and listen to how it sounds now, what is even hip hop anymore? It's like they didn't. It's almost like the industry have converted hip hop into something it's not even like. Basically, took it out of its original form and turned it into something completely like.
Yeah, it's crazy. Somebody trying to do some old hip hop stuff, it might get frowned upon nowadays. Like,
yeah. Like a jungle, like
they're like, what the hell is that?
broken glass everywhere. They were like, man,
oh, they talking too slow.
Right?
It's actually rhyming. What?
Right.
What's going on?
Actual words, put like sentences? No,
So
not grunts and moans and weird like sounds.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's gonna get crazy. So let's have a conversation, and I'm curious on your thoughts on the importance of the groupie to the hip hop world. What's the importance of, would you say, the groupie? That go for male or female?
To make sure that the guys catch herpes.
Yeah.
No. Spread herpes around.
Agent Smith said
to all
like
the people
virus
in the world, in the country. Like, right.
So, but do you feel like that is always
around.
That has always been a motivation to industry artists to be like, man, when I get to this level, I'm gonna have a groupie.
I'm gonna
go on tour.
Have as many women.
Yeah.
I think it's just the whole fanatic thing, right? I guess the women want a piece of this person that has this that seems to have some power, and then they
want to feed that.
Want to feed into that.
So, yeah, I am.
But to me, I'm like, dude, as much stories you hear, like some of these people don't even need to be doing it with somebody. Like, dude, if you ain't got at least a long enough something to somebody gonna talk about and spread the word.
You're saying?
I've heard some of them. They not working with nothing to be.
You talking about dick? I think talking about body of work. I think like, oh yeah.
Some of the dicks ain't even
have more songs. I'm like, oh man, you think
some of them ain't working with nothing? They shouldn't be dealing with no groupies. I've heard some terrible stories about some of these guys and their weird fetishes and all this other stuff. I think it's like,
it's like, man, but you feel like that, like they have the power now to feed into their fetishes now. Right, like back in the Rockstar days.
My thing is that, like, dude, I think a lot of that is like some of these rappers are really gay and they're trying to like overly sexualize them and be sexual to like cover up the fact that they're gay.
You know, I hear more people.
They really want to do, so they just really overly fucking the women because they really want to do.
Why in 2023 we're hearing so much about these rappers are gay?
Remember they had that song. Remember they had that song, "I'll Eat the Pussy Up."
Yeah.
So could you imagine now how many dudes was on that song? I'll beat the pussy up. And then could you imagine like all these dudes, dick hard, I eat the pussy. They just all this in the studio rapping about how they eat some pussy. Everybody think about pussy and horny, and they just sing it in the studio together.
No women there.
One person after the other just.
Damn.
Like, dude. That is so gay. Like to me, like the whole thing with the male posse and how the hip hop groups used to be around all these dudes all the time.
So you feel like when you're in the studio session and it's 12 guys in the studio session and
they're always talking about fucking and getting drunk, they're high, they're talking about fucking. It's some gay shit to me. It's gay. And they ain't enough women around the fuck. Like, what is y'all doing? Like, ugh. So I think they need like the groupies so they don't fuck each other.
Oh my God.
That's what Printella was talking about.
They
need the groupies so they don't fuck each other because they're really gonna be horny when they get done rapping. When they get done singing their song and they got horny, they all have thoughts in their mind, they gotta fuck something because they just got finished talking about all kind of fucking and sucking and everything.
A rapper in heat is a rapper who wants to be. What the fuck?
You gotta do something afterwards after you talk about all that fucking.
Oh shit! Like ain't no girls around.
That's what right. Come on, man. We gotta go in this back room and make it happen. And they drunk and high of Molly.
I feel like that's the
Illuminati. The more that they start doing these drugs like Molly and all that stuff like that, the more gay they're gonna get because that Molly opens you up more to like be open minded.
So what? Rock stars were on that shit back then, like the rock stars.
And the rock stars was bisexual.
Yeah, nah, for real, they were looking like women.
Right.
They were walking around long hair and what they say? What's that one song? She do look like a lady.
Right, do look like a lady.
Work
for right. Do look like a lady. And he was singing that real passionate, like do look like a lady.
We let that slide.
Right. We singing it to it. Do look like a. We in the club. like a lady.
Oh shit, that's horrible, man. God, damn. Oh, we need a court course. Man. Jesus is on the main line. Jesus on the main line. Shit.
Dude,
Okay.
I'm trying to tell you, man. Listen,
bad.
I think it's an agenda.
It might be an agenda.
It's an agenda.
Not
That's
the
when we
Illuminati.
get into this relationship town hall. You know what I'm saying?
There we go.
That's why I even brought you Princella, because I said, dude, it's an agenda going on.
Yeah, for those that don't know, people who seen Pastor P, Priscilla Clark, the lady who came on, who we called the woman Kevin Samuels. People didn't like that. They didn't like that. Oh, the female Kevin Samuels.
Oh, they didn't know that. She's not the female. That. How dare you, blemish? How dare you blemish our Lord's name, Lord Samuels, not Lord Samuels.
But yeah, you actually brought Pastor P to us, and you're actually going to be doing something here coming up. I want to say September 20th. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the town hall that is possibly going to be happening, and some of the people that may be involved. Can you speak on it?
You know, yeah, because I was on my whole like anti-men thing for a kick. You know, after I had my baby, I was like, fuck these niggas, and I started watching like all this like.
Y'all take that into like. Women take that into like even in the drive-thru how they give you your food like here
nigga. Look these niggas. Right. What you want on your sandwich, nigga?
Right. So you on that mode?
Isn't it already on the McDonald's menu? Like it's not already part of what you want.
What you want?
Mustard on your
Is that it? Like every other order. Is that it? Like no, it's not it.
Right. I've been watching Princella Clark.
Right.
The Queen Maker.
So you put on your fuck-up dress and you want to do a town hall.
I said, you know what? Well, what happened is that when I started with Princella, I wanted to bring her. I was like, dude, I want her to interview with Charleston White because I saw her do it and talk about. So we did the interview with Charleston White.
But y'all go watch Pastor P, Charleston White. Well, I think it's called. There was a name for it, a conversation or meeting of the mind.
Meeting of the Minds. It was when two worlds collide.
When two worlds collide.
So that's part one. So what happened is that during part one, Charleston says, you know what? We need to bring this make a town back. We need to forget all this online. We need to bring this live and do this live. So I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And so I put together a live show coming up. So what I did, so what's happening is that like you got you have like the manosphere, you have like the pink, the blue pill and the pink, or the red pill and the pink pill, right?
Yes.
And then you got the incels, which is involuntary celibate, which I've never.
I had first time hearing of that, but
yeah, involuntary celibate.
What is that? What does that mean?
I guess they mean ain't nobody giving them pussy.
So
they are involuntarily
yeah. So I don't want to not have sex. I just can't get it.
Right, they can't get none. So they want to kill everybody. So they're mad because they got like a whole thing online that women ain't shit. So I was like, dude, I'm so tired of like watching all this stuff online where everybody's saying women ain't shit, women saying that men ain't shit. Everybody's just against each other, right? So I'm like, ain't no resolve happening here, right? And that's why I said, okay, well, why don't we bring this together, put something together, and like try to actually reach a resolve. A lot of like these live shows are doing like having discussions, but it's more of a like comedic thing, I'm like, dude, we need to have a real conversation. So I have like, we got Princella Clark, of course, she's the queen maker. You guys seen her. We have Tanya TKO. She's also, she's a part of her. She has like her relationship expert and like a self-love expert. Then we have Anton Daniels. He's a part of like the kind of the.
Anton Daniels has been he's been really him and Charleston White have been kind of getting work on like crazy.
Yeah. So and then you have what's the other one? Hey, what's the other? I forget what the other person. Ken Billions.
Yes.
Natasha Da from the Sunnetter TV network, and then the other, what's his name? I forget what the other guy's name is. Kevin Wesley.
Kevin Wesley.
Now Kevin Wesley is the polygamous guy.
Oh, here we go.
So we have like polygamy. We have people that are married. We have like relationship specialists. We have like single people that have so it's like a very wide panel.
Yeah, it's a wide.
And so I want to have the conversation and be able to ask, and there's going to be audience participation. So we want the audience to join in, and ask questions, things like that. And we want to bring it. What we're hoping to do is be able to bring this to different cities.
Okay, so this is going to be a live show.
The antioxidant goodness in Palm Wonderful makes it a potent weapon against free radicals. Palm Wonderful, the antioxidant superpower.
Well, I don't want to say, let's say it's going to be recorded in an audience, on a panel, with a stage, in a conversation.
Hey, Washa.
Is it going to be
Hey,
basically
baby.
moderated? Like, is there going to be a moderator there?
Yes, Sabrina that you just met today, she's going to be the moderator. She has a thing called.
Now that she's finished promoting, I would definitely be in that building. I'll be definitely in that building. Booney Feed too. Oh my gosh, she has some nice topics going on. Nice topics, and I got to go backwards. I got to replay game. She has some good topics going on. Y'all know how I feel about her. Y'all know I don't play with my phony feet. Y'all know how I feel about her. Right? But she had a lot of good topics. You need to go check it out. I don't know what to say because all has been said already. All of this been said already. All has been said. I gotta go back and watch the one. Little Miss Lady said they call ACS on her. I don't know. DCF, whatever they call it in their state. We don't even know. We don't know what's true. This Genesis, this wasn't really about you. So I'm gonna catch up. And I think they was doing a question and answer. Let me see if that is still on. If it is, I'll put that on for you guys. Give me a second. T and J. Let me say. A WCW. Would y'all like to watch it now or later? They live now or they doing a question and answer? Would you guys like to watch it now or later? Now or later? Now or later? Now or later? Because I ain't going to be able to show it tomorrow. So if y'all want to see what they doing now, let me know. Now put some ones in the chat so I know what you guys want to do. I may stop it. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stop it and then I'm gonna come back. So they should be finished. So I see you guys back in about 5 minutes. Peace. And I'm out. To all my replay gang. Thank you for watching the show. I'm a show, but I'm gonna come back. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I don't feel like doing no super long video, so I'm gonna break it up. So here we go. I'll be right back.